Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I will be teaching you how you can create a bubble sort algorithm in Python. We will not be creating any visualization for it. We are just going to be making the algorithm. So as you can see over here, we have some 21 lines of code, and basically what it does is it will generate a random array, and then it will implement the bubble sort algorithm on it, and it will print it out. So as you can see over here, this is the unsorted array, and this, as you can see, is the sorted array. So let me actually show you what the bubble sort actually is and how it works. So yeah, bubble sort in Python. So if you look at it, the way it works is it will iterate over the entire list, and what it will see is that if the first two elements, like the first element is smaller than the second element, then it won't do anything. But if the first element is greater than the second element, then it will basically, what it will do is it will take the two elements and it will replace them. So the second element will become the first element, and the first element will become the second element. And basically what it does, it will do the same iteration for the entire array list, and it will basically sort it out. So as you can see, so an list of 5 3 8 6 7 2 is sorted as, after like going through all of the iterations, as you can see, it's sorted as 3 5 6 7 2 8. But later on, as you can see, after the, so this is the fourth iteration, the fifth iteration. So once it is complete, you can say we get 2 3 5 6 7 8. So we kind of like get it in an ascending order, and that is pretty much bubble sort. So it is actually a really, I would say, simple sorting algorithm. It's not a very complicated sorting algorithm. Like if you would compare it to something like, I think, radix sort is, it's a bit more complicated. So yeah, so here is literally all of the code required, but this is an algorithmic problem. So I will kind of, instead of explaining the code, I will have to explain you guys the algorithm, the underlying algorithm to it. So yeah, so let me actually, yeah, so first of all, we will make the import. So we will just need numpy as our input. Now what numpy will allow us to do is it will allow us to generate a random array. So I will just call it random, I'm sorry, the random list. So random list is equals to, we call this uh, function of numpy random dot random, but this will allow us to kind of like generate the random list. So just about random dot rand int 1 comma 101 5. And now what I will do is I will just type out print f string, and our string is just Python 3.6 syntax, and the unsorted list is, and I will print out the random list that we have. So you will see what happens. So if I run this program, okay, not main, so first of all, okay, yes, so I will just go up to tutorial.py, and you can just click on run tutorial. So if everything is correct, as you can see, we get the unsorted list, which is randomly generated, which is exactly what we want. And as you can see, the list has 5 elements. Now you can increase it or decrease it as upon you. So let me actually make a comment: generating the random list for bubble sort. And I think I have spelled bubble incorrectly. There we go. So now what we want to do is we want to make the function for the bubble sort. So making the bubble sort function. Now this is where the things will actually get a bit complicated. So def bubble underscore sort, I'm going to bubble sort on a list. So we will, so the parameter will that we will be taking in will be a list. So we want to bubble sort on a list, so that's why. So given any list, we want to apply a bubble sort algorithm for it. So the way we do it is we use looping. So what we do is just type out for I in range from 0 to the length of our list, and we subtract 1 from it, since the thing is we don't want the ith element to reach the entire thing, right? If we make it go from the entire way, then it will end up having even taking up the last element of the list, which we don't want. Now you will have another kind of thing. So like there will be two uh, checkers in the list, like the consecutively we are going to be checking two elements in the same list, and we will be checking them and sorting them one by one. So for j in range for the length of our list that we have over here, and -1, the same thing. And here what do we want to do? We want to see that if the I is greater than j plus 1, what we want to say is we want to replace the value of I in the index of j, and we want to take the index of j and we want to replace it in the index of I. And if we do that, if we manage to do that, that means that we have bubble sorted those two indexes. So what we do is we say if and we just do list of I is greater than list j plus 1. I think I will just do that. Now if that is the case, what do we want to do? Well, replace it. Now Python just makes it super easy. Like we will be doing it in some language like C++ or Java, this will be pretty difficult. Like you will have to define the variables again. I don't know really, but Python just makes it exponentially easy. So basically what we want to do, so we just type out list j is equals to the list of j plus 1, obviously, and the list of, I think, j plus 1, yeah, will be equal to the list of j, which is, and that's literally all you need to do. And also special thanks to like Java Point, that was the place from where I took this. And then we just return, well, the list that we have bubble sorted. So return the bubble sorted list and actually enter changing the values of the elements I and j. And now what we want to do is basically call this function. So we want to make a variable sorter is equals to bubble sort, buffer bubble sort, and we want to bubble sort on the list, which is the random list that we have generated. And then I will just print out an f string, the bubble sorted list is, and I put a colon, the sorter. Here also I think I'll just put this colon. And just one last thing, I'll just go over and put in these few things and print out \n, actually just a single backslash, and print out \n. There we go. So now if I go over and I simply run the tutorial file that we have created, we get our bubble sorted list and our unsorted list. So the unsorted list is 18, 80, 88, 81 and 100, and we get it that it is over here. We can see that we have simply gone over and sorted the entire list. So as you can see, it is a simple but powerful application. Now you must be asking where you can use it. Now this I can't really say like a million use cases, but the thing is, if you want to get a job in like a fan company, you need to be knowing these skills and not knowing how to make games. So I thought that it would be good to actually make some kind of a video on it, Now what you can also do is you can just store the value of the j in some sort of a variable. So temp is equals to list of j, and then you can just go ahead and make it temp. Like you can do that, it's absolutely the same thing, just make it look good. So that's fine. So whatever. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was pretty cool. Like uh, I've never really done any algorithmic videos on my channel, because I'm myself am not that good at data structures and algorithms, so that's why. But I hope that you liked this. This was surely something new, something that I haven't done, but it was certainly something pretty easy actually. Like bubble sort is actually one of the easiest sorting algorithms. I think if you really want to do some hard ones, I think mode sort is a bit difficult. Then we have radix sort, and we have some of those sorting algorithms which are a bit difficult than the bubble sort algorithm. So you can also try out pathfinding algorithms, which are also a bit more difficult. Pathfinding is like really difficult when you compare it to sorting. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Even I really enjoyed making it. So that is it for today, guys. And I will see you in another